So, on a positive note, as I woke up this morning, I found out that FIFA has dropped that proposal with inviting private equity into football, into FIFA. So I'm glad to hear that that proposal has been now withdrawn. It is very refreshing to see UEFA, the European Football Association. You have to give them kudos. You really have to give them the props, the recognition they deserve, because they are the only one, the first one to really speak on this and really stand their ground. They did not say they're going to think about it. They did not say they're going to review it. They did not say they're going to analyze it. No, they flat out said we boycotting. Now, all the other federations that also responded, saying they're going to analyze, they're going to review the terms and discuss this and that. Okay, at least they did not go ahead and say yes. But I also feel like you saying you're going to think about it and consider it, that also says a lot about you and where you stand when it comes to this game as the governing body of these federations. That is very, very interesting. And I think it is a lost opportunity. They screw up in a way that now the fans really have lost a little bit of trust in them. But honestly, UEFA really stood up. UEFA came out and really said what they had to say, flat out, no sugarcoating, no hiding, none of that. They said exactly how they feel, and I love that for them. And all the other federations, thank you for speaking up. Thank you for standing up against this. Football is a people's sport. It is not for private equity, private investors. No. I mean, FIFA is a non-profit organization. If you have billions of dollars in reserve, $4 or $5 billion in reserve, the idea is to reinvest that money back into the sport, right? Whatever money are made by FIFA in football, in all these tournaments, that money is to be reinvested back into the sport. So you bringing in private investors, it's not going to be a non-profit anymore. So unless, if your idea is to change FIFA's entire principle, because it's essentially that's what you need to do. If you're going to bring in private equity, you have to change everything that FIFA stands for. You basically have to start from scratch and restructure the entire organization to a profit, government owned, whatever, but it certainly will never be a non-profit organization once private equity is involved. We start selling shares and no. You might as well now just make it available into the stock market where anyone can buy a share, right? That was a bad move, bad decision. I think after the FIFA World Cup this year, with 3 host nations, the United States being the biggest, right? FIFA, or Infantino, I must say, they saw an opportunity of how much money they can earn in this sport. And then all these people who are proposing to open FIFA to a private equity, they also saw how big of a sport this is, especially in America. They realized this is a big sport. Football is bigger than any other sport out there, than any American sport, right? And they saw an opportunity. That's what private equity, that's what businessmen, that's what government leaders, corrupt people. They see an opportunity, they are hungry for it, greed take over, and Infantino fell for the trap probably also because he's also as corrupt as everybody else who proposed this idea, right? And what a lost opportunity. What a waste of time, and embarrassing yourself instead of using this time to really rebuild this organization, rebuild everything, that all the flaws, all the controversy, all the chaos that happened during this year's tournament, and hope that none of this happen again in the next tournament and moving forward. But that's not what you did. You came out with a different agenda, different mindset. Less than 2 weeks since the biggest sporting event just ended. And that was not a normal FIFA tournament. You know it. We as a fan know it. All the federations know it. People are not stupid anymore. People are aware. The question is whether they speak up or not. But people knows what's going on. So yeah, this is a waste. Terrible, terrible move. And I'm glad this is the result. I'm glad that this is not moving forward. Football won today. The fans won today. The world won today. And this is big news. So thank you to UEFA for being the number one forefront speaker, and which your action, you influence other federations to really also stand against this. Because I also feel like if UEFA had probably said yes to this, I think a lot of federations will follow, because I mean, UEFA make up 54 of the teams. That's a big number out of 211, right? That's a big number, and the majority of those 54 are one of the biggest teams in the tournament. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, UEFA. Thank you for standing up. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you for protecting this sport that has been around for generations and generations and generations, that we love so much. You don't know a lot of the fans out there. You don't know we exist, but we are out here. We are watching the sport. We love the sport. We support you guys, and we enjoy it with our families as much as you enjoy it with your family and your players, everybody. So thank you.